Hey guys, what's up? It's Oblivion again. Um, so I'm here with the new event that's going on, the fusion event, um, and I wanted to talk to you guys about who you should choose and who, honestly, you can just wait on. Um, there are plenty of options, of course. You can choose all but the Fire Emperor, uh, and that's okay because if you need him, if you're actually looking to fuse him and you're in need of him, it means that you're in late game and or mid game rather, and you probably have all or almost all of the fusion monsters already. So first thing I want to talk about is up here. You can click on whatever monster it is you're interested in getting, whichever one you need, right? You can see the skills that they have and the monsters it takes to fuse them. Okay, you will have three of these options. So, for example, for Light Paladin, it'll tell you what her skills are, what her leader skill is, the four monsters it requires, and then down here, it'll show you the three monsters that you can choose from. Um, so, say you're far off from getting her. Well, then from getting the Samurai, um, then you can pick him. Now, this is actually really good for a lot of different reasons. One, it helps the people who aren't yet 50 or are fresh 50 and don't really have fusion stuff ready. It really helps them get that fusion monster that they need desperately quicker, right? Which is great. So this is a really good way to boost your where you're at in the game. So, for example, say you're clearing Giants 10 and you're doing all right in Dragons, but you're struggling in TOA. Well, you can go get the Light Paladin, and she's fantastic in TOA. So, you can go and you can pick her up, right? Um, Now, I'm going to break it down for you in how I would personally view it. So, first things first, if you don't have any fusion monsters whatsoever and um, you're not level 50 or you're brand new to level 50 and you're just looking to fuse to help you progress, Water Phoenix should be your first choice. Very strong water nuker. Pretty easy to get runes for. You can run Fatal Blade, Fatal Broken on him. You want to try to get as close to 100% crit rate as possible because his skill 3 freezes for one turn if it lands as a crit. So if you have a 100% crit rate, you're going to get a freeze. He also has a 44% dungeon HP lead. That's really good for early on when you're doing your Giants runs. So if you're still working on Giants and you're trying to figure out a way to get faster, he's a good option. He really, really is. And fairly easy to get. And you can get any of these three from it. See? And then you can get her, the cat, from summons. It's not really all that rare, so and it's just a nat 3, so it shouldn't be too hard for you to get her. Um, but let's say you have Sig and you're trying to progress into the next stage, the next phase um, of the game. Who do you pick? Well, there are a lot of good choices because they're all Nat 5s. They're all good monsters in their own right. But I would go with the Light Paladin. And here's why. So, Dark Ifrit, Vero. was at one point the starting Giants team meta. Like, you had to have him in order to progress to the game. Now he kind of feels a little lackluster because Fran can do pretty much everything he can do. The only difference is she doesn't have an AoE stun. Instead, she has a heal that provides immunity and attack buff, a heal that cleanses and is just a big heal, all both on short cooldowns, and her skill 1 debuffs and can lower attack bar. So you can kind of go with Fran in most places that you would consider running Vero, which kind of makes Vero a little less useful. Where Light Paladin can be that monster that helps you get from being stuck in TOA to clearing TOA. And I'm not saying just fusing her is going to get you there. You will have to farm runes. You will have to do skill ups. Just like any other monster, you do need the skill ups. But that would be my second choice. Now, third, if you say you have both of them, or you're clearing TOA and TOA hard, and if that's the case, this pretty much is not even this first portion of the video is not really even for you if you're clearing TOA hard. But the second part is, or can be, and then you're wondering, okay, well, I have these two, and where do I go from there? Do I get Vero because you said he's good, or what do I do? I would go Fire Panda. Now, the reason I would choose Fire Panda is because he will help you in Necro. For your starting Necro team, he can be quite useful. Easily replaced, but still valuable. He can help you in Rift Beasts. He can help you in the Dark Rift, in Wind Rift, Fire Rift, more or less, if you need him. But he can help in the rifts. He can help in raids. He can help in Necro. So he's a good option. But if you aren't clearing TOA, then you're pretty much not ready for Necro yet. So you want to focus on Light Paladin over the Panda. Now, let's say you get really lucky, right? And you got Fang, the Wind Panda. Well, in that case, you don't necessarily have to go for him, because Fang is just an upgraded version of him in a sense. He's still really good for raids because he has a universal 33 defense buff or lead skill, so that is still good. But say you don't need him, then you can go for her. She can be good in a lot of different places. She can be good in raids. She can be good in PvP. She's not the most useful monster, but she can also be good in TOA. So there are places for her. Ultimately, though, I do think Dark Ifrit or Veramos is ultimately the one that you should work on last. Now, let's say you have all of these monsters and they're all skilled up, or the ones that aren't skilled up you don't really use, so it doesn't matter, you don't need their skill ups. Or say you have all their monsters for their fusion, and so you don't need to go out of your way to get a monster for this specific fusion because you have it, you just haven't been able to get it to a 5-star and Awakened yet. Okay, well then that brings to the next point, where you can use all of these for skill ups. So down here you got Beretta, who is a TOA king. So he does require skill ups. You have to get his skill ups. His skill 2 is very important to have skilled max. Same with his skill 3 because it drops the cooldown. It's a 5-turn cooldown, and then it drops it to 4 for on his skill 3. And his skill 2 will also be dropped for cooldown time. So that's really a need. That's a necessity. You do need his skill ups. And if you already have all the monsters for it, or say you don't have a Beretta, well, there you go. You can go get a free Beretta. And you can start working to progress yourself in TOA or, bettering your monsters. Now, say you have a Beretta fully skilled up, ready to go, and then you want to try to move your TOA, or not your TOA, sorry, your Giants team faster. You're doing 55 seconds, but you'd really like to try to get closer to 30. Go Orang. If you go and you look at some of the top clears, you're going to see Orang is in there. Because, one, she's got a really strong leader skill. So you pair her with a wind nuke like Lucian, and, you set everything up properly, she's going to drain that boss down fast. And you can get 15-second clear times with her. You're going to need skill ups, you're going to need runes, so you're not going to go from 55 seconds to 15 seconds overnight. But she can help drastically with lowering your times. So there's another option that can be used for skill ups, or if you just don't have the monster. Now, you've got your Fire Joker, who can help kind of give you that nudge on Lucian skill ups. He can be useful for bomber teams, but Lucian skill ups are more important, especially since the bomber teams, you really need specific things, and if you are really still trying to focus early on in PvE, then it means you probably don't have the gem quality or the rune quality to make a good bomb team. So don't worry about a bomb team. Lucian skill ups are fantastic. Wind Kung Fu Girl can go for skill ups for Water Kung Fu Girl to help you progress in raids and rifts. Water Ninja can be used as a skill up for Garo the Fire Ninja, or you can use, he does serve a purpose as well, so you can use him as well. You got Wind Vampire, who, if you didn't know already, the Fire Vampire is a very useful monster for PvP, for dragons, for Necro. So you can use the Wind for skill ups for the Fire. And then up here, so the Harps, they all take a crazy amount of skill ups. So getting one from here could be very beneficial for you if you're just looking at skilling one up, and say you're early mid game, so you have all the fusions. You're trying to figure out where to go from there. Use it for a skill up. I personally will be getting an Orang, and so Orang is the nine-tailed fox, and I will probably be getting a heart because I think my Wind Heart is in need of 2 more skill ups. So I'm gonna get that because I've been really lazy. So I might as well just cap it off. Now we're gonna do a quick go over. I just started the event myself, so obviously you can see I don't have everything finished, but if you're early game and you can't just use all of these, like I'm just gonna use everything and I'm just gonna awaken a bunch of stuff and it'll be fine, right? But say you can't, or whatever may be the case, For these ones, you could just wait for the dungeon to come, and you could just farm the dungeon, and just not stop farming the dungeon until you have all this. It's very easy. These are all very easy. All you have to do is acquire or use them. This one's find a secret dungeon. If you're farming these dungeons, you'll eventually find a secret dungeon. So that's another freebie one. They're just giving you stuff for playing the game. And if you're farming these instead of using them, then you're getting 10 mid and high for each, and you're getting whatever you farmed out as well. So that can really help you go and get to the next point of awakening them, having the materials to awaken them, which is very valuable. Reaching max level with a 3-star 5 times is actually a lot easier than you may think. One, because if you get a devil or an Angelmon at 3-star, then it comes max level, and that means you reached max level. So if you get 5 of them, then you just did it without even trying, right? But also leveling up a 3-star is fairly easy. And you got to do that to make a bunch of 4-stars, right? Okay, cool. So that's really easy. Again, they're just paying you to play, essentially. Evolve a monster to a 4-star 2 times. Well, if you leveled up, if you got 5 max 3-stars, then evolving a monster to a 4-star is very simple for you. Reach max level with a 4-star. Again, an Angelmon comes ready to go. You can buy it for 150 guild points from your guild shop, and so that's just one freebie for you right there. Also, if you're working on the fusions, then that is pretty much a freebie as well. Awaken a default 4-star monster. Well, you're going to get them from up here. So you're going to get a Nat 4 just up here. Super simple, especially if you are indeed trying to fuse. So, again, they just give you a decent chunk, if you're early game, of rewards for just playing the game. Down here comes a little harder, but not hard at all. Evolve a monster to a 4-star. Okay, well, you've already hit max level on a 4-star and you've awakened it. Evolve a monster to a 5-star is pretty easy, right? And I do believe recently Jubagel posted a video on how to get 6-stars really easy, and I agree with what he said for the most part. There were a few things that I would have changed to kind of make it more efficient, but overall, it's Jubagel. He knows what he's talking about. So if you go and you look at his channel, Schizophrenic Gaming, you can go and figure out how to get that. I will also post a video on just kind of a quick 5-minute video on what to do for that. Reaching max level on a 5-star, just play the game. Super simple, just play the game. And you can farm Fayman, use your reps. You get all of this each time you complete one. So that's plenty of energy to keep farming. Some decent mana to, keep you going for the awakenings and fusions, because fusion costs money. Crystals, beautiful thing that's 30 crystals that can help you farm or just hoard them. Probably help you farm though. And then ancient coins. So if you don't have Fran or Light Ifrit or Dark Vampire Lord, you can go and summon those. Or if you have them all and you're just like, oh, what do I get now? You get legendary runes or legend runes. That's what you spend the rest of your ancient coins on, is legend runes. I promise you, once you have all the monsters from there, that's what you're going to want to do anyways. So that's pretty much it for this event. Play the game and you're going to win. So I'll tell you, this is a secret dungeon. So you can go and get her on secret dungeon. That's the light cowgirl. He's given to you. So, don't worry about him. You should already have him, in fact. Again, that's a summons. He is like super easy to get. Also a summon. Everybody has like 40 of them. And I do believe you can farm for him. So they're all the fourth monsters are very easy to get. I'll post another video on guides for everything, but I do have a guide for fusion monsters already. So if you want to go back and look into that, feel free. I do believe I show runes, how you should rune them, stats that you want to look for, stuff like that. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to comment and ask whatever you need to ask, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, either in the form of a video, replying to your comment, email, whatever it may be. So that's pretty much that for this video. If you like the content, you appreciate it, we would appreciate a like and subscribe. I know I don't like asking for it, but it's a growing channel, and likes and subscribes really go a very long way to helping this channel stay alive. There's going to be more content coming out for Summoner's War really soon. I've got a couple things ready to go, so I just got to get out there and take care of it. Anyways, guys, this is all brought to you for Make-A-Wish. We're still running the donation. The link will be down below. We're running it until the 20th. Anything helps, guys. $1, $5, whatever you can afford, go ahead and donate. We really appreciate it, and the kids are really gonna appreciate it. That's it for me though, guys. I hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye.